just simply say for folks that are listening to this, I'm assuming they are interested in the career journey, right? Where did I start? Where am I at now? Where am I going? How did I get there? I would just say a couple pieces of advice. One, definitely focus on the communication skills. May sound a little self-serving being the leader of a communication skills training company, but I will tell you, I've just picked up from every guest on Communicast so far where they've talked about a training that they've gone through or a program that they've gone through or somebody who has invested in them to help them develop those skills, their communication skills, has really impacted their career. So I'd say definitely you want to focus there. The next component is really start to understand what's your motivation, what gets you, really excited, and what are you passionate about, or what's your driving force. So for me, my family's my driving force. And so everything I do, I'm working to kind of build that family life at home. So that impacts and influences the decisions that I make at work. It impacts the decisions on projects that I may take on or different things, whatever it may be. So understand kind of what's your North Star that you're really driving towards. And the third thing that I would say, and I touched on it a little bit earlier, if you are in an individual contributor role now, and you're striving to move into management, to be a people leader, one, make sure you're going into it for the right reasons, not just for a title, or you think it's okay, that's what I need to do, the next rung on the ladder, maybe I'll get paid a little bit more. Make sure you're going into it for the right reasons of helping to build other people up. And if you've realized, yes, that's me, I want to move into that next phase because I really do like helping people, start acting like that leader today in your own individual contributor role. Throughout my career, especially at Apollo, I would step up to serve on steering committees. I would, throw things up the flagpoles. Hey, here's the challenge that I'm seeing in our CRM. It takes me 12 clicks every time I want to log a phone call with a client. That's a terrible waste of time. 12 clicks times hundreds of calls per week times hundreds of sales reps. That's a lot of time that's wasted. Or taking opportunities as a more senior sales rep at the time to mentor junior sales reps. So as you're taking that initiative, whether you're asked to do it or just simply do it on your own, start to serve as a challenge partner, a mentor partner with other people, people will notice. And I had somebody tell me at one point, they said, you're going to be moving up. We know what's going to happen. We just got to find the right opportunities because we know that you're doing the right things day in and day out, even when nobody's looking. And that's what's important. So just if you focus on those things, it'll help you get, I think, to where you want to go. Quite honestly, if you've proven yourself to be somebody that is not just heads down, blinders on, focus on myself, only focused on me, they see you trying to do things to make the team or the organization better, trying to do things to help your peers out, to make them better, while also delivering results for whatever position you may be in. And this runs across lines. You could be a data scientist, you could be a sales rep. All these things are going to be very similar. So I think as you get there, hopefully your reputation will precede you. But beyond that, if it hasn't, maybe it's a new leader moved in, they don't know you, or you're new to them, or vice versa. For me, it goes down to asking questions. Just like in sales, it's so important to ask questions, because I could go into a meeting or an interview and think I know what they want based on just the job description and start telling them all these things on my resume, and they may not care about 90% of the stuff that I told them about. But if I take the time to say, Vinod, what are the three most important things you're looking for somebody stepping into this role? And they give me A, B, and C. I will tell you what, all of my responses are going to be tied back to one of those three things that they told me. So you start to tailor your message to exactly what they're looking for, will help put you in the best possible position. Not focus on projecting or trying to think, this is who I need to be. This is how I need to come off. This is how I need to appear. Focus on who you are and where you want to go, and then fill in the blanks in between. And I do think there are a lot of folks out there that are caught up in that, okay, I'm this age, So I should be at this point of my career by now. I should have, this title. I should be doing this, or I should have checked all these boxes. And it's not the case. Our economy and our job market has changed so much where the career journey is so different. There used to be this idea of the career ladder, and now they call it the career lattice, right? I may go up, I may go over, back down, kind of over this way, back up a couple rungs and move all around. Some people it's very linear. Other people are all over the place. And for me, it's what is going to work for you? What's your goal? What's your driving force, your North Star? Work towards it. And it's a marathon, not a sprint. So absolutely. My message to the audience, if you are thinking about your career journey, and I would say I hit it a little bit ago, this idea of it's a marathon, not a sprint. So when I was early on in my career as an individual contributor, I was just so ready to move into that next level. I believe for the right reasons, but by spending more time in that individual contributor role, I think I was better equipped when I moved into the people leadership role. I had a better understanding of my colleagues and what motivated them. I had the opportunity to work for a number of different leaders where I picked up things that I should do, things that I realized I'm never going to do that when I have the opportunity. So you learn from everyone. And one of the guests recently on our podcast had a great expression. He couldn't remember where it came from, but it's this idea of bloom where you are planted. Meaning that if you're in a position today where you're not thrilled about it, it's not your dream job, it's not your passion, whatever it may be. His idea was, while you're there, soak up everything you can. You put those roots down, bring in all the nutrients of the people around you from the organization, if they're going to invest in you in training. This idea of bloom where you're planted. He said, I could have been in these roles and just miserable and went through the motions and really not taken much out of it. But because he was open to things, took advantage of learning opportunities, built a network, it helped him for his next several steps in his journey. So realize it's a marathon and take advantage of all the resources you have available to you, even if you're not in that dream job yet.